Peace, gods and goddess, and hail Zamet. Just for a moment, just are you smelling the political lapse in the world right now? Let's just talk about that before we continue. Let's talk about the political lapse in America. America does not politically control anything right now in America. Okay, it is so fragmented. This is why we see this crazy scramble to bring back the white nationalist ideology. Okay, this is why the white races are coming back out because they are pretty much the last line of defense for any political hold that America has within its own country. Okay, the political lapse is crazy. Let's bring up the fact that Europe is going broke. Okay, I don't even know how else to put that. Like, in layman's terms, Europe is going broke. They are struggling tremendously from in Europe to Australia. The European people are struggling tremendously. Do you understand? And why is all of this happening? Okay, and why is any of this shit even important? Okay, I mean, for one, it's something to fucking celebrate. Like, let's just for a moment, everything on this page is tend to be serious, and for a moment, let's celebrate. Okay, let's celebrate that this very empire is been doomed. It has been doomed since COVID. Okay, and I'm going to explain why it's been doomed since COVID. But like I've said, okay, Europe is going broke, pretty much damn near broke. Okay, the political lapse in America is crazy. But what's happening is that now it's going from a political lapse of America into a militant lapse as well as an economic lapse. Okay, let's talk about the fact that America has Trump and his administration has openly um, um, threatened Nigeria with military action for rejecting the U.S. dollar. Why this is important? Because of the simple fact that no other nation, even powerful nations in history, has done this. this this is how low to the ground America is right now. That they have to just openly say, look, if you're not gonna use my dollar, the we finna have to come. We gotta get on your ass. Like this is how down bad they are. This is how down bad. Now they've been down bad since 2020. Okay, in 2020 during COVID, major investment firms like BlackRock and JP Morgan and all these wolves on Wall Street, you understand, they they've been pouring money into China and invested money into China since COVID. They've been investing money into China since COVID. What is that a signal of? If the money changers are already investing in another nation, that should let you know, just like when the money changers stop investing money into the British colonies and begin to develop America. Or when the money changers in the 70s or the 80s stop putting money into America and start putting money into Japan. And then in 2020, they start putting money into China. Okay. And after this, what's happening next? Now the money has to go into Africa. Okay. This is the last stop for it. Okay. It was never possible. Okay. You have to understand. It has never been possible for the opposite race to completely conquer Africa. That will never be possible. And it has never been possible in history. It has never been done in history. They can only conquer small parts of it. They can never conquer the whole continent. So as we move forward in time, okay, it was only inevitable that the African continent will slowly begin to unify again and become a global superpower. And so, of course, the money changers are jumping on it. But what does this mean for Black Americans? Do you understand? This is the perfect time for us. This right now, Black nationalism is all we got. This is not the time to be American. Do you understand? Like logically, I mean, it's a fallen empire. Even if I wanted to cling on something I wouldn't cling on something that's fallen down. Do you understand? But Black nationalism is the most important thing that we have right now because as the world begins to move on, you have to understand that in this nation that we were brought here as slaves, okay, or enslaved here, as some people like to believe. Either way it go, we are slaves that lost our land. So as the world begins to develop and the power dynamic shifts, if Black people in America do not use Black nationalism as our tool to unify and create our own stake in the global superpower, we will be left behind. Okay, we will be left behind. Black nationalism is the key here. Okay, not just it's not just about solidarity and unity and all of the glorious kumbaya things. No, it is about the economic and politically building of the nation and of our people in order to have a stake in the world that is changing as the power dynamic is changing in the world. Do you understand? This is the time for us to essentially form together and be able to participate in this instead of continuing to be a commodity. Okay, now that was a serious statement, but all in all, this video is eh, I'm excited. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but as a Zamixis man, dude, I'm excited. This is very great news for us. The world power is shifting, and not only is it shifting, but it is slowly shifting back into our race, back into our hands. But if we here in America do not use black nationalism as a tool to unify our people, not just politically but economically, okay, not just in a cultural sense, we have to economically build. This is not just about getting money, okay. This is about being able to impact the rest of the world and have a stake in this global power shift because it is changing and this empire is done. This empire been done for since 2020. That is why I brought up the money changes. It is important to note that once the money changes, stop investing in it is done for. Okay, a lot of these nations have never truly been free from the money changes. That is a different conversation, but it is very important to note that a lot of these nations have never been free from the money changes. Okay, if you do not control the printing and the distributing of your own currency, you are not a free and sovereign nation. Do you understand? America has never controlled that. The Federal Reserve is not a part of the actual America. You understand? It is not. It is a separate corporation, a separate entity. Again, a different discussion. But America is done for, and it has been done for a while. So again, black nationalism is the only thing that we have. My brothers and sisters, my gods and goddesses, my Zamits. Do you understand?